In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the custom learning for Office 365 inside of SharePoint on your Office 365 tenant. First, you'll want to log into Office 365. Then, created a handy site for you to leverage, http://aka.ms/getcl for Get Custom Learning. And that'll redirect you over to this SharePoint Online Provisioning Service. Now, this is a handy tool for adding new capabilities to SharePoint as a platform. So a lot of folks initially just want to click Add to your tenant. Don't do that. First of all, you have to be a tenant admin. And then secondly, at the bottom, there are some requirements. So here we have the prerequisites. You will need to be a tenant admin, as I mentioned before. Let's see, the other big thing is having an app catalog that's created. And the provisioning will kind of take care of everything on the back end. But this seems to be the tricky piece for people, because by default, tenants do not have an app catalog. So you have to verify that you have one, or if you do not have one already, go and create one. And I'm going to show you how to do this. So come over here to Office 365 Home. Again, I'm logged in as an admin, so I have this capability here. Just going to skip the tour. Then I'm going to click on Show All. I'm going to expand Admin Centers. I'm going to go to SharePoint. It's going to open up another tab for the SharePoint Admin Center. Then here on the left-hand side, under, let's see, I'm going to go to the Classic Admin Center, just in case you're more familiar with this one. It's a little bit easier. Then click on Apps. Then I click on App Catalog. And this capability makes apps available to your organization, and you can also manage the request for apps via it. Now, just by creating one of these, you're not automatically giving everyone all sorts of apps. You're only enabling this so that way this SharePoint provisioning service can plug that app into this existing framework. So here we're going to create a new app catalog site. We're going to click OK. We're going to say app catalog sites. We'll just give it the name of app. And this has to be a name that's not already being used, so you can call it whatever you want it, really. Then here, I'm going to change it to my time zone. I always like to do that. It's a habit. And then inside of this environment, I'll just say admin and select that because I'm logged in as the admin user, and that verifies it as a mod administrator. Then I'm going to click on OK. Now, it looks like it's done, but it's not done. You need to wait. So what we're going to do is click over here on Site Collections. And you'll see this site collection is provisioning. See the little green circle going around and around. And this may take a minute or two. I'm going to pause the video and we'll resume in just a minute. And we're back. It probably took I don't know, maybe about 2 minutes after I paused it. So altogether, we were at about 4 minutes going on the process of this video. So here you'll see new, and it's provisioned. And typically, I like to kind of click it, make sure it's all seems to be working right. Then go to this website, click that as well. And this takes you to the new app catalog. Now, inside of here, you won't see any app requests because it's new. And then I'm going to go ahead and click this page. And these are, if you had lots of different apps available, they would be listed inside of this. But right now, I'm just going to take a pause on this page and just leave it here as a tab so I can go back to it in just a few minutes. Now, I'm going to go back to the SharePoint Online Provisioning tool. And again, that is the, to get here, you go aka.ms/getcl. Again, that's aka.ms/getcl. Then I'm going to click on Add to your tenant. And it's going to ask me if these permissions are okay. I'm going to say yes and click on Accept. Now here, I'm just going to let it send me a notification email to this email address. You can specify another one. I've tested that before, and that's all good. This is the custom learning URL, so it's going to put it in the site collection with the O365CL, and you can rename this at the back end if you want, and you can also put it into another area. Another site collection if you want to do that as well, or create its own site collection for it. So I'm just going to leave the default for now. Just a couple of things to note. If you forget to create the app catalog before you do this, it's going to send this email account an email and say, okay, all went great, when it really didn't. Right? You're going to go to this site and it's going to look really pretty and it's going to be all labeled. When you click it, there's going to be no links to any videos. That's because the app catalog houses the app, and that's the solution that provides the videos to this page framework. So always make sure you do the app catalog first. Then do this. Now, if you forget to do the app catalog, or someone gets excited and they hit the add now button, what you'll have to do is you'll have to go and delete this site, and then you will have to kick off the process again, but with another site name, because it takes a while for sites to kind of fall out of the recycle bin. So just it's best to just create the app catalog first, give it its time, make sure it's there, then come here. Specify the name that you want, and then click on provision. And I'm going to go ahead and kick that off. And the provisioning has started. Okay, I'm back. Once the provisioning service starts, it's going to give you this link here that you can click. And I went ahead and clicked it right after the provisioning started off, so I could show you what it kind of does, right? So it's going to create a communication site inside of SharePoint for you, and that's going to be the framework for the custom learning site that is to come. So I wanted to share that with you. It's just a communication site at the end of the day, right? But whenever I refresh this in just a second, it's going to change, right? So I'm going to hit the refresh button because I know it's completed, and there it goes, right? So custom learning for Office 365. Start with 6 simple steps. Office 365 training, recommended playlists, get started with Teams, questions and help, news. It even has events listed, right? So the European SharePoint Conference is coming up, and Microsoft Ignite Conference is coming up in April. So, and all these are, clickable here at the top, and they have additional content like welcome to Office 365. Office 365 training, getting started, the first days, the various products. And for each one of these, if you click like Teams, it takes you to more content for Teams as well. So I'll double click back. Getting started with Teams just on its own, if you want to click there, that's front and center. And as you can kind of see, this is a nice little framework, plugs right into SharePoint. Now on the back end, you see here now we have this custom learning for Office 365 app that's part of the app catalog that we created earlier. And then how you know it's completed is that it, let's say I trust, so it looks correctly. So you get an email at the end of the provisioning that says your request has been completed. So hopefully this little video helps out. And again, the website to go to get things kind of kicked off is aka.ms/getcl. And hopefully this helped out. Thanks.